All right, guys. So, what movie did we watch yesterday?
Suicide Squad.
All right, let's just get out there. 1 out of 5. Out of 5, what do you rate this movie?
4.
3.
I'm gonna say 3 too.
I'm gonna say I'm with Gabe with 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it was. I don't think it's as bad as I thought it would be. Honestly.
Same here. It wasn't too bad. It was just kind of all over the place.
It was all over the place, yeah.
But it was just a fun movie though.
Yeah, but it's not it's not worth seeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's something that I'd recommend people to see at least once. If anything, to get maybe some kind of critique in there, or to see maybe how a movie what a movie should put in there or what it shouldn't. It was just kind of all over the place, but it's still something fun that I like to say that a kid could get into it, but at the same time, you really shouldn't have your kid in there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was okay for me. There was definitely a part in there. I think it was when they were going up the staircase and Harley Quinn had that flashback of when she would became Harley Quinn for Joker's sake. It was just kind of weird. Didn't feel like it needed to be there.
Mm-hmm. I think that's one real big critique that I had throughout the entire movie is the Joker didn't need to be in it at all.
No.
It didn't really need to.
He was put in there because they could. There's a video I saw a while ago where it talked about how with DC, they feel if they don't keep certain people in a movie, they're not going to know that it's DC. Like with Batman, that he has to be fighting the Joker. If he's not fighting the Joker, then people don't know if it's a Batman movie. Hollywood seems to think that if you don't have the backstory and the Joker, people aren't going to know that it's a Batman movie. And then with Superman, if he's not fighting Lex Luthor or General Zod, they're not going to know it's a Superman movie. And so it's seeming like if we don't have the Joker, they're not going to know it's DC.
Yeah, that's probably very iconic characters. Is that so there's people who don't even know if it's it's this kind of movie without this certain character.
Mm-hmm.
That's how big the popularity of that character has extended beyond its own franchise.
I don't know what the hell they were thinking of that Joker though.
That Joker was edgy. Was just edgy. I would just say that.
He was serious all the time.
He was the shadow of something.
He was Golden Age Joker. He was Joker when DC Comics was first being made.
Well, I guess that's pretty cool. Just kind of
because the original Joker, he wasn't the maniacal maniac that everyone knows him as now, or the prankster that he's kind of personified.
Mm-hmm.
He was a mobster.
Well, that's kind of cool.
He was the Black Mask if the Black Mask was a Joker.
Yeah. This movie is still kind of tied to the whole Dark Knight series, right?
Yes, this is exactly around the exact same time that it happens because with the whole Batman vs Superman thing, it's taking place in that same sort of universe, and in that one, it's Batman has already been doing what he's been doing for years. He's already a well-established quote-unquote hero vigilante of Gotham. And the Joker's been around for years too. That's why he has the power that he has to just do what he does in Suicide Squad.
But I guess Heath Ledger's Joker and this Joker is still kind of different.
2 entirely different Jokers. There's 3 Jokers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In the comics, they revealed that there's 3 different Jokers.
And okay, so we've seen 2 out of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, spoiler alerts. No, not even a spoiler because he stays alive. I thought at a certain moment, they assumed that he died because of the helicopter crash.
Mm-hmm.
But then he comes back at the very end. So it's okay. So never mind what I said. One's still dead.
Spoiler alert, Batman dies.
Shit. Oh, damn. Oh, can we talk about when he made his cameo, when he was fighting against Joker and Harley, and how in the water Harley tried to fight back and he was doom.
Yeah,
he just knocked her out immediately.
That was the best scene in the movie. That's what gave it a 4 out of 5.
Dude, he knocked her the fuck out underwater.
If I didn't laugh that hard, I would have been 3 out of 5.
That was fast too.
Yeah, that was a super hit. He literally was Batman at that point. He was bitch, who you playing with?
You're gonna catch me with that, you better catch these hands.
Yeah, exactly. Think you can put a knife out on me? I'm the Batman.
But yeah, I don't know. I think the Joker was okay. I didn't mind him as like.
He was good knowing, like, going at it to where he was going to be a Golden Age Joker as opposed to the Heath Ledger or
just like
the animated series.
Right.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
That's like the defendant.
The best Joker.
Yes, that is my favorite Joker by far.
So good.
Let's see. Yeah, they have 3 different Jokers for the 3 different ages of comics. The Golden Age Joker, which was the mobster. The Silver Age Joker, who was the prankster. And then there's the Bronze/Modern Age Joker, which is the psychotic.
Okay.
So the animated series would be more Silver Age, while Heath Ledger is the modern Joker.
Yeah.
And now Jared Leto is more Golden Age.
It really was weird having like Joker being like having some kind of role in the film. Like I can guess, like I can understand if he like comes in at the very end of the movie just to
break Harley out. That makes sense, but the whole everything in between,
like him just trying like coming in the middle of all things and trying to shoot down everyone just to save Harley, and the whole like Deadshot missing her. It's like, oops, I missed.
That's Will Smith.
And then right. And then I forgot, was that Amanda, their boss?
Yeah, Amanda Walker.
That girl's thug.
Yeah.
Fuck.
She
She's like, they're not clear. Doom, doom, doom.
What was it, Will Smith? He's like, that's gangsta. Just like walks off.
Yeah.
I like her.
It was weird because like you kind of see her as like that character who's always calm in situation, but near the end of it all, she kind of had trouble like hanging in there. You know what I mean? Because like she kind of lost control over like the entire group. Because at the very end, like when they sealed Enchantress away or killed her, really.
Are you still alive?
When Deadshot was like, "I'm going to see my daughter," and she eventually said like, "I can arrange that. I can also give you that espresso, Harley."
Yeah.
I guess they deserved it, but at the same time, I felt like she kind of
because they didn't care at that point. They didn't care if she killed them.
I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense.
So her elite squad is just saying, "Yeah, go ahead and press your fucking button. I'm done with this shit."
Yeah.
It's kind of like what Rick Flag went through when he explained that they're gonna go in there and fight a freaking Aztec god and goddess.
And they're like, "Fuck, I don't care anymore."
Yeah, press your button. I need a drink.
Yeah.
That part was tight.
Even Katana went in.
Yeah.
Right.
Check. I'm not a thief. Walks away.
Shell
Not a
Silly.
thief.
What else? There was a strange like focus on Deadshot too as a character, like focus on him as like almost like the main protagonist almost.
It's Will Smith.
Well, there has to be a main character in even a big group movie.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
Like even Batman vs Superman focused mainly on Batman.
Because
Oh,
he's
really?
the best.
Killer Crack.
I kind of like Killer Croc. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was funny.
Except for him. He's ugly on the outside too. Bullshit. I'm beautiful.
I did like Killer Croc.
Yes, you are.
There had to be like a kind of a Hulk-esque
Like-
character.
But like Harley did really good, right?
Yeah, I like
as
that.
an actor whole. Like,
Yeah, I think she was
I think they all did good as actors and actresses.
It was
Well,
just-
performers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, I guess.
There's only so much you can do with bad writing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
If you're given a bad character, even the best actor can't.
Can't make it work.
Yeah. Also, like,
Unless it's DiCaprio.
it was kind of also hard because you also had to introduce all these characters like within like a 2-hour movie. And so like the
I
first
think-
hour was like introducing them all, and then like by the end of that hour, it was actually them actually brought together.
The main focus, yeah.
I actually was really impressed with the way they gave everyone their motives and reasonings and their backstories and all that. They did a phenomenal job compared to how kind of
I guess
unorganized it was with Batman vs Superman.
Oh really?
Yeah, that one you kind of had to know, and they kind of give like little hits here and there to like set up the character. But if you didn't know, it was kind of hard to follow, and that's why a lot of people gave it bad reviews, because not everyone knows the stories for Batman and Superman and Lex Luthor Jr.
Really?
Yeah. You know, it was kind of weird when Deadshot and Harley Quinn were already introduced, and then Amanda actually went through the introduction of all the characters, including them. I thought that was kind of interesting. I mean, it's It's what they decided to do. I
Yeah.
guess. Otherwise, I liked kind of like the text graphics they worked on.
Yeah.
Text graphics, yeah.
Is how I would call it.
And the ending credits when like you can identify each of them just by
Yeah.
the shit that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really liked like Deadpool's like text animations, just for the very beginning,
Yeah.
which is like a panorama of everything like through the vehicle, outside the vehicle. It was just great, and I also like this one too. Just
What
kind of interesting, everyone.
What about what was I gonna say? Slingshot or what's his-
Slipknot.
Slipknot. What, he's fucking.
Slipknot.
He's the most minor character I've ever seen in any movie.
Well, they had to
Was he in the beginning? I didn't see him.
They didn't
didn't
only
really-
introduced him when they brought the whole team together to
Right.
go
Yeah,
into
see,
Midway
so
City.
he was just dead weight.
Yeah,
he was.
he was in Suicide Squad in the comics and all that. But you had to figure with a single movie they had to set up. How many people were there?
Like
I would say about
7.
9 personalities.
Holy crap, 9.
So they had to whittle it down. That way, each person could have their own meaningful story. Because you had Amanda Walker, Slipknot, Captain Boomerang, Killer Croc, Katana, Enchantress, Rick Flag, Deadshot, Harley Quinn, and then Amanda Walker.
What she said.
So 10.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot.
And so they whittled it down with the Enchantress, Slipknot, Captain Boomerang kind of took a back seat, but he
some.
he made his moments known.
Killer Croc.
Yeah,
Killer Croc
yeah,
was in
yeah.
the background a lot as well.
Also, the pink unicorn.
Yeah,
That was his fetish.
yeah, I like that.
That was Captain Boomerang's fetish.
Likes pink unicorns.
So, yeah, and then Amanda Walker, you just knew her as the director, and she was kind of the shot caller.
Mm-hmm.
So she didn't need to be a big thing. So you had, and even Katana. So you had
Right.
Harley, Deadshot, Rick Flag, and El Diablo.
Yeah, El Diablo. Yeah.
He's cool.
He was kind of backseat, but at the same time, he had his.
He had his
major
moments.
He
yeah.
had the third act.
I guess like you could have kept all those characters in if they had like their own like individual movies, or at least were featured in other films
Yeah.
before. It's kind of like the whole thing with like Avengers 2 and Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Like he just showed up.
Mhm.
Like Hawkeye just like brought him in, but then he had his own movie before, so we're like, oh, we already know who this guy is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, they had to kill him off just to show that they were serious about killing them off.
Oh yeah, Slipknot. I mean,
Fuck!
I was about to say his other name again, Slingshot. Slipknot. Why is his name Slipknot?
He's a climber.
He's a climber?
Oh right.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
Yeah, well, so he climbed to his death.
Until he left there hanging. Jesus. The boomerang.
Dude,
was like,
that shit was fucking crazy though, because when he pressed the button, you see a big flash in his throat before he
Yeah.
died.
yikes. It was cool how they kind of added the Flash in there too. To
Well, yeah,
introduce-
that's Captain Boomerang. He's part of Captain Boomerang is part of the Flash's rogues, his
Okay.
rogue gallery.
okay.
There's Captain Boomerang, Captain Frost. He has a lot of freaking people with the name Captain. He has Mirror Master, and a few others. I can't remember all of them.
Because you're not as important.
I wasn't too big into Flash. I only know like
Same.
Superman and Batman for the most part. And then Green Lantern, I know Sinestro, and that's about it.
Oh yeah. What was there to say? I mean, like, I guess still my would critique like overall is just like narrative and like how they decided to present stuff was just kind of all over the place. I think maybe there would have been a better way to like reorganize it all to make it
Just get rid of the Joker in it. I think it would have saved up a lot of time, and they could have fleshed out things a lot better.
yeah, because like there was definitely like Joker stuff like really didn't really make sense as to why they needed to put it in there. Like I could really imagine the fact they could really remove Joker from everything, even the end, and it would have been okay.
Well, at the absolute end, it kind of sets up room for another movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense too.
What is it going to be? Another Batman movie, or
Well, no, but
It'll be another Suicide Squad movie.
where she comes back and picks him up, or
they're gonna do something. It's gonna
Because
be
I actually did a bit of research on Suicide Squad because I was trying to like learn more about Deadshot. Because I don't remember what I was trying to find out. But I was trying to find out something about him. and then it led me into looking at former members of the Suicide Squad and some of the stories in it, and one of them was Harley actually left, and so Amanda Waller sent the Suicide Squad to go retrieve her again.
And
Okay,
it's just a whole nother story on
yeah,
that.
it's just it's their way of trying to work with like the storyline that's already been set in stone, but in the movie format.
I want to see is if they have the Oracle in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know what the Oracle is, right?
Right. It's Barbara.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Batgirl after she's paralyzed.
Right. Wow.
She was a member of Suicide Squad, and I don't know how. Like I was looking into it to try and find out how she became a member, and all over Wikipedia it never mentions it. So I'm like, how does she play a part in it?
That's wow. What? All right. That's gonna be really interesting to see.
Right?
Yeah. Also, like major spoiler alert, at the very end of the movie, they actually link up Suicide Squad to Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah. With like the whole Ben Affleck talking to Amanda Waller.
I'll protect you.
Yeah.
Come look at this.
Yeah.
That's all
And
right.
basically what she did was like provide him information about where Aquaman was. And he's like, okay, I got you. And so that's pretty much a setup.
Who was in this thing? It was Aquaman, The Flash, and then the Enchantress's dossier was on there as well.
Oh, yeah. Also, I didn't actually realize that Enchantress would actually be the villain. I think they kind of did a good job kind of like hiding who would be the main villain. Well, at least maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know.
Someone at the theater yesterday or earlier this morning said that 10 minutes into the movie he called the plot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Well, I think it's like the Enchantress is probably the most like powerful out of all of them as far as like what she can do.
Yeah, she is the most powerful. She's been on Earth for like more than us.
So like, why not let her like try to take some reign?
That transition
What?
from
Good looking girl.
Dr. Todd or Professor Todd, I think it was her last name, from her into Enchantress at the board meeting. How you just see the hand curl up like that and then
That
flip.
was cool. Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. That was actually really clean.
That was the most badass thing I'd seen in a long time.
It's just like,
Oh yeah, and remember when the Enchantress ran off, and then like Amanda was just like, "I'm not having this," and she's like,
Yeah.
God. But then her brother made it all better.
Made it all better.
Just like, what?
The fight between Diablo and her brother.
That was great.
Heartbreaking also, but man, it was a good fight.
Oh,
Just do it.
Yeah.
He's gone now, huh?
He's dead.
Yeah.
or maybe.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He's with his
He
familia.
never came. Oh my God.
He's with his familia now.
That was a high-powered explosive 1 floor length away from him. It killed an Aztec god.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Man,
Explosives makes our lives even better.
I was actually surprised how well like the entire Suicide Squad, minus like a few other characters, were against Enchantress when they were like doing like melee against her.
Yeah.
Is that the solution to everything? Blow it up?
Yeah. Well, like
For the most part.
like oversized explosions, especially with like more deities types. But yeah, like I was even surprised that Harley Quinn actually stood a chance against Enchantress.
That was funny when she hit her in the head and then she's like, "I'm sorry." It's
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're the donk of a wooden bat
Yeah.
on a skull.
Like,
Like, shows up, she's
I'm
like,
sorry.
"Oops." That shit was
Yeah.
tough. Yeah, I really liked her as Harley Quinn. It's cool.
Yeah, I think that was pretty good.
I think the most like ill-prepared member of the Suicide Squad outside of like maybe Slipknot and Katana, if it weren't for the fact that he is stronger than shit, Crocodile. Because that dude has to actually run up and grab a son of a bitch to do some damage.
Yeah.
At least Katana has a sword that adds an extra arm length to
At least
her.
Harley has a gun.
Yeah. They have weapons with them. He just grabs the thing and rips it to shit.
Listen, does he's got like a nice role there.
One of my favorite things about it though was how much effort had to be put into collecting them out of their cells.
Oh yeah. That was funny.
I like how they pulled out El Diablo. It's just,
They flushed
flooded-
him out with water.
That sucked.
Flushed him out with water, then hit him with a tranquilizer.
Yikes. But I like how Croc was probably the easiest. Well, at least like as far as tranquilizing him, it's like. Well, actually, no. That was just like him placing the detonator on him.
Yeah. It took a team of men running in there.
Right.
One of them got freaking
Killed,
wrecked by him,
Got
and then he
mauled.
got hit with like 3 tasers.
Shoot, the way they pull out Deadshot, they just got like people like.
They got that.
Yeah,
guy.
they had like 10 dudes lined up ready to bum rush that room.
Jesus.
He doesn't even have his weapons. He can't even do anything.
Yeah, he's
He's like,
come on.
Go on.
Instantly take that.
They Suicide Squad actually used like a lot of licensed music too. I was wondering like what.
Loved that soundtrack that they had.
Yeah, it was really good. But I was wondering like why did they decide to go with that instead of like try and make their own original score? Do you guys have an idea of like why they would?
Because they had money. They didn't they. I heard an article about.
You heard an article?
Yeah, you know how like.
Yeah, you're an article.
Yeah,
you know audiobooks.
like Yahoo, they have like the presentation thing, and then they have the article below them, but they're just rereading the same thing that they're talking about. So I heard the article about like how they have to make back in money around $800 million to actually break even. So they were spending money like crazy.
Wow.
If you think about it.
There was some pretty big stuff that they had to definitely put in their budget. It's like as far as special effects, like just the
Cameras.
cameras, places that cameras especially.
Especially when Steven Albertson.
It's just like the explosions and everything, just settings and stuff like that. Demolition.
We need a demo man. Okay. For a price.
Okay, how come only their helicopter got shot down?
Yeah, I don't really understand why.
There was 2 helicopters. They only cared to shoot down one.
That is true.
So wait, who shot that helicopter?
The zombie things.
Oh, okay. I thought it just came from like some kind of aerial, like drone or something. Like who knows where it came from, but it just like shot them down. Like wait, what? Oh, okay, they're okay. I like how they just got out of there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
And then another thing that I call such a massive amount of bullshit on is the second helicopter crash when Amanda Walker was making her escape.
Yeah.
As soon as it crashed, I leaned over to Miranda. I'm like, Miranda, watch only Amanda Walker be the one to live that crash. And sure enough, everyone died but her.
Because armor plot.
Because armor play.
Fucking plot armor.
Right.
I'm not dying today. Or any day, because I still gotta kick ass and take names.
Fucking Deadshot. Okay, how are you still alive?
Right.
She's all carrying her phone out.
That's what I was
Her phone is all
He's like,
intact.
how are you still alive?
Boy.
But yeah. I guess like we're almost done like with our
Right.
impressions and like things we want to talk about. I would say at the end of the day, like it's still worth watching. It was,
yeah.
it was a fun movie. But I mean, it's not the greatest movie, but it's still something like you could watch and have fun with it.
Yeah, you can definitely enjoy it. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
like they like, I don't. It's so weird, right? Because Batman, you're like, whatever. Joker, it's like he can go away. And then you go to Harley Quinn, and it's like, why is she the only? I mean, except for the Enchantress, she did a good job too, and Deadshot because he's Will Smith. But like, why was Harley Quinn the only one that stood out to me?
Really?
Because she was dressed in scantily.
Yeah.
That's
Because she
higher.
looked good. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I mean, it made the whole crew stop and watch.
Oh yeah, you're right. That
Yeah.
was funny.
well, on top of that, you didn't even remember half of the people's names.
You talking about Slipknot?
Yes.
Man, fuck yeah. He only lasted for like 2 seconds.
And
I was
it
like,
lasted long enough for me to remember the dude's name.
well, but you know the comic books.
I don't know the comic book.
He
You
just
didn't
heard the
know who
name.
that guy was?
No.
Just
What the
Slipknot.
fuck?
Slipknot was the
He-
first time I'd learned who that guy was.
I think it's because he was such a C-roll actor. He just walked out of my mind as soon as he entered.
SeaWorld. I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
World.
Not even a
C-roll.
B-roll. Like that dude's C-roll.
C-roll. Wait, I don't know.
He was there for like 2 scenes.
I think one thing that a lot of people kind of get mad about with DC movies as opposed to Marvel is DC kind of expects you to know the source material when Marvel kind of
Kind of
spoon feeds you everything.
With a movie, yeah.
Because they had a dozen and a half movies for everyone in the Avengers, and then they
Right.
had the Avengers, and then they kept adding new movies for that.
For the Avengers.
Yeah, and then DC, they've been making movies a long time. It was always Warner Brother Animations that made them, so it wasn't ever like out at the movie theaters. So they just kind of went off of, okay, you know who Batman is, you have an idea on who these people are at least. And then when they don't spell everything out for you, people are like, well,
Why is the Joker a mafia man? Yeah.
yeah, why is the Joker like this? How come Harley's like that? Who the hell is Slipknot?
Yeah, who the hell is it?
Right.
Or Slingshot.
Slingshot.
But yeah, they're using a lot of obscure
Might as well be
characters and
Slingshot.
whatnot.
You
I
only have
know.
one shot.
Exactly, he died in one shot. Up and away.
I really did like it though, especially since when God, I can't remember what it was. One of the old Warner Brother movies had just come out, and I got into a big kick of it, and I watched as many Warner Brother movies as I could, and I learned a lot. That's how I knew who Captain Boomerang is, all of like the Flash's Rogue Gallery and all that. I know who they are. I have an idea on like I already knew who Apache Chief was, but I'm learned a lot about like the more secondary characters outside of the Justice League. So people who aren't Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, the Flash, and Green Lantern,
Martian Man.
and Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
But even then, a lot of people don't know about Martian Manhunter.
Because he's the boss.
He's cool, but I don't actually know his backstory. Actually,
Let me tell you his backstory.
no. Let's save it for next time. I think we're pretty good here. I think like we all have our thoughts about it. We have like our negative opinions, I guess you could say, about it. But overall, I think it was just a fun movie. So you could like take anyone else out to. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's it for this one. That was actually a pretty good conversation about like it, and overall, it wasn't like just don't watch it. It's just take precaution.
It's better than Batman vs.
It's not
Superman.
bad, but it's not the
Yeah.
greatest.
Apparently, that's what I've been hearing. So yeah, good talk. All right.
I mean,
See you guys.
Everybody shat on Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it because it
Alright,
was
guys.
so bad.
I liked it as a movie.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. #bye.